400k offer with 13-month bonus and HMO with pension, or a 1.1 million naira contract offer that would elapse after 1 year and may not be renewable. Which option will you go for? Let's talk about it in today's video. Hi money friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. How are you doing? So I saw this particular post on social media and I thought, why not talk about it? It's something that concerns money making decision. So this person says, I'm going to read it out for you guys. So this person says, hello, please advise. A friend works with a good company with a salary of a little less than 400k. Let's just say 400k with 13 months bonus, pension, and HMO. But the person got another offer of 1.1 million with another good company. But it's a 1 year contract that is renewable yearly. It is not guaranteed, so it's a renewable contract, but it's not guaranteed that they will get it after 1 year. No HMO, no pension, because it's a contract. What would you advise this person to do? Okay, so from my little expert opinion, first thing first is, as a person, where are you financially? Are you looking for money, or are you looking for stability? Ask yourself that. Number two, how old are you? It's not because, for example, if you're in your 20s, you're trying to, make money, you're trying to grow, you're not married, you can't make the same decision as someone that is married, has 3 children. Is not the same. So someone that is married, has 3 children, would most likely take a stable income and be sure that, okay, at least I'm getting this money every month, I can grow, I have 13-month bonus, I have pension. There are other things that people also look at in the job. For example, the working conditions. Is it toxic? Is it a working condition where you're always working 24/7, right? Or is it a situation where your colleagues are happy people, your boss is really nice? Those are questions to actually ask. You can't just make the decision just like that. But primarily, if you ask me, what option would I prefer? I think that the decision is different for like someone who's a married woman and someone who's a married man. For a married man, if my husband comes with that offer, I may be tempted to tell him to take it, because 1.1 million is way different from 400,000 naira. Okay, 1.1 million naira is like almost 3 times the amount. So if we're talking about net figure here, yes, there's no HMO, yes, there's no pension, but you can do voluntary pension. For example, you can do voluntary contribution to your pension fund account by yourself. You don't have to wait until the company does that for you. What is 13-month bonus? 13-month bonus is is not that big of a deal. Then HMO, if you have HMO is you can do a private plan for yourself. Reliance, for example, Reliance Healthcare, and many of these HMO packages, they actually do HMO package for people. I used to do one then for my son, right? 3k per, I think it has increased now, but yeah. So all those things are not benefits that you cannot get even outside. So I don't think that it's enough to, if it was like maybe 600k, maybe they are telling you to come for 600k, that's a different conversation. But 1.1 million, that's a lot. But then I get that some people, it depends on where you are financially. Some people they prefer their comfort zone. They prefer to stay in a place that is sure. It depends on you. It's the same thing with our investment choices. Some of us prefer something that is guaranteed. So you can go for mutual fund, VGIF, all those funds that are guaranteed minimum funds. Some people are more risk takers, like, yeah, I'm going to go for it. So if it's someone like my husband, I trust him, he's going to go for the 1.1 million. He's never going to play, as long as God is in it. But, spiritual decision, that's another conversation entirely. But we're speaking from the peripherals, yeah? The first thing to note is, what is your life like right now? If you're young and you know that you can risk it, by all means. The only thing is that once you know that you're already like in the 6th month or the 7th month, you start trying to start applying. And again, I think it also depends on your kind of job. If you like studied accounting now, accounting jobs are kind of, on the average, easy to find, right? But if you study something like maybe biochemistry, that is more like in Nigeria, it's more strict. You may be tempted to say, let me stay in this one. It's one that I'm not sure that this contract now they will renew it. I'm not sure. And getting a job is not easy. You see, there are a lot of factors to consider before moving. But on the average, I think that taking 1.1 million is a good idea if you ask me. But you have to consider all the factors involved. Are you married? Are you single? What stage are you in your financial? For example, if you're someone that maybe you're trying to settle a debt issue, you're trying to move abroad now, maybe you're trying to jackpot. Of course, the 1.1 million is a good idea because it would increase the money you have, your disposable income, yes, and you'll be able to move quickly. But if you're someone that is not trying to jackpot, you're not trying to leave Nigeria, you want to just stay. If you're someone that maybe you really like the job that you're doing, if you're someone that maybe another thing is to check the new company you're going to. What if the company's working conditions are toxic? All these questions are questions that you have to ask yourself before you make the decision. But primarily, if someone sees it, they're like, 1.1 million is a good idea. Anyway, because 1.1 million is a lot. But speaking from specificity, it is good to check your own peculiar situation and your own specific situation before you make the decision. Because at the end of the day, you are responsible for whatever decision you make, and you will bear the burden of, you bear the consequences of any decision you make. Another option to also consider is maybe proximity to workplace. If the 400k, yes, that's a very, very good point. 400k job, maybe it's like 30 minutes from your house and you didn't need to spend much on transport, and maybe it was like hybrid, just go twice a week. The 1.1 million is on the island and you live in Yanokpaja and you have to keep going. Maybe it's now stressful. You have to consider that too and say, am I sure that this is a good idea? Because if you have to be going long distance because of a job, and at the end of the day, the transport costs you are even incurring, and maybe that job is not hybrid. So the 400k was hybrid and you were just going twice a week. And now you've been able to do some other things with those three other days in the week. You've been able to start doing your side hustle, all those things. You have to consider it though. So someone like me, that's what I would actually consider, because now the current job I do does not require me does not require me to be always present all the time, every day of the week. Yeah, compared to the job I was doing before. So in this case, I would take that, and I would take that, ability to have extra time over a high paying job that would be totally taking my time. So that is also worthy of noting, right? What are the conditions, the working conditions involved in the new job? Because by the time you calculate everything, you would now be able to make that decision. But on the average, I think that the 1.1 million is a good idea, especially because when you even take that 1.1 million naira, it gives you a stepping ground to be able to now move on to higher income bracket, like 1.5 million. Maybe your next job, you now tell them, no, I'm not collecting anything less than 1.5 million. I'm not collecting anything less than 2 million, right? So that is what I'd also say. That's also a consideration to make. So overall, when it comes to personal finance, remember, I always say what? Personal finance is personal to you. You're the one that knows where it pinches. If you have a debt situation now, you know that you need to pay your debt. My dear, take the 1.1 million so you can pay. So there's just a lot. So if you're someone that maybe you want to even become like an entrepreneur, maybe you've been looking for money for business capital, that is also a good idea. You can take it so that you can have quick cash, liquid cash to be able to start your business. So you see, a lot is involved in this decision. But let me know your thoughts, guys. What would you take? Will you stay with your 400k job and say probably, I need an increase? Especially if that job allows you to get promoted, to grow. Maybe you see prospects in that job. There are a lot of things to consider. If you see prospects in that job environment, you may not want to leave. But let me know, what are your thoughts, guys, on this topic? Will you take the 400k over the 1.1 million? If the conditions in 400k is so good, and if you have great work friends, no toxicity, or would you take the 1.1 million, whether there's toxicness or not? You will take it like that. That money is important. Let me know in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe, like by giving this video a thumbs up, share it, and leave a comment. And I'll see you in my next video.